Sarge really come on as of late. As far as his consistency, he's been the same player each week.
Well, Jackson set this standard, so if he's not playing it, he spoiled us since his sophomore year. We got to harass Andrew last week in the player profile, meet the Rebels. On the other side of the ball, Mikey, when rain lines up to try to stop you guys, what are they going to be showing you?
Our officials for tonight's games: referee Darryl Goodwin, umpire Adam Burkett, linesman Larry Brown, line George James Butler, back George Caleb Frazier, Jane Clark, Anthony Florissant, Greg Clark, Greg Knapp.
Come back in last week after he didn't start, but your play schedule looked like he was on point. He's back up to speed.
Yeah, Woodruff is a great kicker. Yeah, so he's got a great leg on him. He's just
the captains for Wayne tonight.
Till I get out of coaching.
Number 2, Chase Carey. Number 5, Austin Julius. Number 9,
I support that, but
Rudolph
sometimes
Peter.
for our team, it's
And number
kind
52,
Milton
Milton
same
Senegal.
season. So he's been a kid that has been overworked a little bit, and his muscles kind of couldn't keep up with it. But he's starting to feel better. He's starting to look better, and you saw too. Alex Buffs, number 85, junior kicker that's got a lot of talent in it. A kid that worked really hard.
It's
So
number 5,
if Logan's not feeling great, we have a kid that can
number
play
5,
and do a phenomenal job.
Jackson
Alex
Teurlings.
came in, and we've seen the last couple games in spots.
Number 28,
As we go
Dan
into our
Moran.
injury report, you're missing a running back tonight.
number 16,
will be out,
Logan Boudreaux.
Nothing huge, not a major thing.
Number
But something
13,
kind of
Riley Stout.
management thing, and we just kind of feel like it's time to give him a rest. I tell you, Scott, we've lost a lot of kids. Rotational pieces. We had a sub-varsity route against St. Thomas More, and as you know, those games can become very physical. So we've had some injuries, not some that I said, but some of those kids are freshmen. But we kind of had a little bit of an injury bug here recently, but not so much with our starting 22.
So you have Ian and Spencer and EDB, the main trio. Injury report, anybody else?
I'm saying as far as that, Thomas Domingue is a kid that we'll sit him out tonight. He's probably our 6th lineman, really our 6th and 7th lineman with Alex Landry. He's been having some cramping issues, not just, a calf. He had some problems, and he was actually
The Wolves have won the
hospitalized
toss,
for
and
a
they were
moment.
elected
His foot
to
injury.
receive,
So
and they'll be defending
our
the south
offensive line
end
depth's
zone.
not where we'd like it to be tonight. You
We'd
mentioned the
like
3
to
tailbacks.
ask
We'll
everybody
be
to
ready to go
stand
in case of
during
absence.
the David
But besides
Brothers.
that, against more rotational
While
guys, so
Blair
we
will be
feel
given
good
by
about where we're at
Warren
in
Gordon
Washington.
the national anthem,
Mikey, as we always do,
played by the Wayne High
let's go
School
right for the
Band
Rebels to go
Pride.
6-0
Our flag is on the
and 3-0
south
in
end
this
zone.
I understand we got to show up and play Trans Catholic football. We don't need to be anybody besides ourselves. It'll be a crazy night as we were selected as Rain's homecoming.
Heavenly
So something that
Father,
I mentioned the boys
we thank
were
you for the
reminded of. But
opportunity
we
to
just got to play our brand of
Friday
football.
Night Lights
We
and
have
contest of sports.
mid-season staff meeting over
May
the
this
week,
event bring
just
us
to think
closer
where we're
together
at,
in
kind of
brotherhood
reset,
and
refocus,
sisterhood.
talk about what our goals
We
are,
ask
what
that
our
you protect
identity
all
is, and
participants
are we
from
meeting
harm's
that? I
way.
told the guys,
We
a
also
football
ask
game
that
is your
you
identity
from
versus
Teurlings
theirs.
as
And
they
I do feel confident that if we show up with our
We
identity,
implore these
who
things
we
in
want
your
to be,
son's name.
it will be just fine.
Amen.
We won't overlook the Rain Wolves.
Absolutely not. No, like I said, you mentioned the shootouts. Those guys can score points. I'm really impressed with their offense. I do think we have an advantage offensively versus their defense. But that's breaking out on us, taking care of ourselves. Anything that happened last week, we're all self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah.
That can certainly happen. It's a football game, and it's why you play the 48 minutes. So, but if we execute and we play the game how we want to play it, I think the Rebels will come out.
All right, Mike Corville. Good to see you, bud. For me and the coach, let's go back to me and Kazan up in the booth.
Wouldn't it be sweet if life just came with an assist when you needed it? At State Farm, we live for a great assist. And that's why State Farm agents like Terry Wofford and Katie Sanford are proud to be there for Acadiana residents when a helping hand is needed. When it comes to assisting you with your insurance and financial needs, Katie Sanford and Terry Wofford are the experts to see. In Lafayette, is it Terry Wofford or Katie Sanford? Katie Sanford, Terry Wofford, and State Farm, proud to be part of the Teurlings family. Order like a champ with the Raising Cane's mobile app or online at raisingcanes.com, and you'll be able to feed the whole team this football season. You've got hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, fresh coleslaw, butter Texas toast, and their super cane sauce, plus a delicious iced tea or fresh squeezed lemonade. Raising
Hey,
Cane's
Tyler.
chicken fingers, one love. I'm proud of...
Yes, sir.
Can you go ahead and completely kill the end of pregame break? Just roll straight to the kickoff open bump and then come to us, please.
1955.
Thank you.
1965.
And employees
1975.
What are your financial needs for
1985.
for the whole family? Gulf Coast Bank is the knowledge
1995.
Abbeville, Erath, Maurice,
2005.
Lafayette, it's Gulf Coast Bank. Proud to cheer on Teurlings.
2015.
We are a KDMS home for news and talk.
Looks like 85 is in the house tonight.
KPEL Brokerage Lafayette, a Town Square Media station.
That does it for the Coca-Cola pregame show. Time for kickoff. Let's head to the Summit Financial Press Box for kickoff. Teurlings Rebels, faith and football kick off now.
Rain Wolves have won the toss here for a Richetto's Road game alongside Scott Brazda. I'm Kavan Bordelon, streaming on 446 Sports, and on the radio side, News Talk 96.5 KPEL. Logan Boudreau puts foot to leather, and this will be taken in at the 5-yard line on the far sideline. Wolves moving right to left. That is south to north on your radio, Android, or iPhone application. The tackle made just at the 10-yard line. And Scott, the Rebels special teams units playing well yet again.
The Rebels made great pursuit. I mean, just got back there, just around the 10? Am I reading that right?
I believe so. That was Austin Judice on the return. As now, that is where the Wolves will set up shop, and the Rebels defense will try to hold serve.
Rebels looking like a 5-man front to start things off. I mean, you're going against a team that lives with the wing T and has traditionally caused the Rebels problems.
So it will be Austin Judice, the senior quarterback, who's going to call for the football. He's got 2 wide receivers to his left, straight drop back on first down. Throws a little jump pass, and it's almost intercepted. He was looking for a middle screen. It was incomplete. Falls to the turf.
Lucas Guidry got his left hand up there, and oh man, a lineman's dream.
It was a big man with football attempt that fell just short. So the incompletion on first down sets up 2nd and 10.
And all that's caused by the pressure from both sides, the left end and the right end of the Rebels, forced the Rain quarterback to try to jump and dunk it.
Judice will come back to the line of scrimmage. He's again in the shotgun. He's got 2 wide receivers to his left. It's the wide side of the field. Man in motion. Handoff trying the jet sweep to the left side of the offensive line. He'll pick up about 5 on the carry, set up 3rd down and 5.
Jack Snyder, Jackson Broussard, and great pursuit from the backside by Jackson.
It's Chase Carey on the carry. So the Rebels defensively are now looking to get off the field on the opening possession of the first quarter with 11:27 remaining. 0-0 ball game between your Teurlings Rebels at the Rain Wolves.
And look, Jack Snyder just picking up where he has, from game 1 this year.
So here we go. Big 3rd down. Ball now on the near side hash, as we said. Rain moving right to left. That is south to north here at Rain High School. Play action now rolls to his right. He's got a little bit of room trying to make quarterback make a decision. He does, and he's going to be just shy of the first down mark, Scott, as Judice pulled the football down, tried to run for a new set of downs, and I don't know if he got it.
No, I think he's a yard or 2 short. Now, what does Rain do?
At your own 19-yard line, opening possession, do you try and go for it? On home?
And if you get it early, you get the crowd to buy in more. Of course, if it goes awry, when the Rebels are in business at the 18.
Or do you line up and try and get the Rebels to jump off sides?
Nope,
straight run ahead, and I don't think he's going to get it. It's going to be really close. Let's see where the far side official is. Scott, the near side official is on the goal line side of the 20-yard line. So on the south side of the 20. If they spot the ball at the 20, nope, didn't get it. Rebels defense coming off the field, and the Rebels force a turnover on downs on the opening possession of the ball game by Rain.
right up that gut. Jude Smith and Guidry again. Those guys just stood him up.
So that sets up the Teurlings Rebels with a Chick-fil-A first down and 10 inside the Hub City Ford red zone to get things started, just shy of the 20-yard line at the 19 of Rain.
In Rain's case, what do you have to lose? Well, could be big.
A Minute Med timeout on the field for the Rain Wolves. We'll take a Minute Med timeout with just 10:13 remaining in the first quarter. 0-0 ball game. Teurling Rebels about to get their first offensive possession of the game here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports, which is brought to you by the Lala Group. Visit acadianaishome.com.
Here's your Beal and Hebert starting lineup.
Lance Beal, Teurlings Catholic.
Kenny Hebert, Catholic High.
Stephen Williams, STM.
Don Connett, USL.
Alan Haney, Catholic High.
Gabrielle Romero, Sacred Heart.
Beal and Hebert, Acadiana's hometown lawyers.
I would say you just gave your team.
Explore this great land. They don't like sales games because a car is more than a price tag. It's a relationship for years to come. Thanks for trusting Hub City Ford again and again.
On first down, Munoz fumbles the low snap, and he's going to be taken down back at the 24-yard line. Teurlings Rebels avoid disaster on their opening offensive snap of the game as the defense got off the field with a 4-and-out, and now the Rebels face second down and 14 at the 24.
Things we didn't have last year, we're still having the occasional snap problem, whether it's from the shotgun or direct underneath the center.
Munoz stands in the shotgun. He's got one receiver to his left, one receiver to his right. Benoit is the tight end. He's got EDB in the backfield standing next to him now in the shotgun to his right. Deblanc will now shift to his left, now motion to the right. Straight run, Munoz right up the middle. Munoz inside the 15. Munoz still on his feet inside the 10, and he's going to be taken down at about the 5-yard line. It's a Chick-fil-A first down and goal at the 5 for the Teurlings Rebels.
Munoz for 19, the quarterback draw, calling his own number.
Rebels going tempo. That will be Celestine in the slot on the near side. Viator is split out wide. Handoff straight ahead. EDB inside the 5. Churning the legs at about the 3. They're going to mark him down at the 2.
I kept waiting for a couple of our guys. I kept waiting for Perkins and Olivier to push him in there.
I guess we could do it 4 straight downs like last night and see what happens. Second down and goal for the Teurlings Rebels. 0-0 ball game, 8:40 left on the Ochsner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock. Munoz is just going to follow EDB into the end zone. It's a Cafe Sidney May 6, a 2-yard touchdown run by Teurlings Rebels senior quarterback Alex Munoz.
Once again, it happened last week. EDB playing the role of fullback, clearing the way for Alex Munoz.
So the Teurlings Rebels go 3 plays, officially 20 yards. They got 24 because of the penalty, or the fumbled snap, but get the 6 points, and they're pending the PAT right now. Boudreaux is out, set to attempt. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, plenty of leg, and it is good. Rebels have a 7-0 lead, 8:32 remaining on the Ochsner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock. The Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard on the streaming side. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
At Guillory Chiropractic, we offer a variety of services to help you feel your best. From chiropractic adjustments for back pain relief to prenatal care during pregnancy, our team is dedicated to providing personalized treatment plans. We also specialize in sports injury rehabilitation and can assist with post-accident recovery. Whether it's routine checkups or specialized care, Guillory Chiropractic has the expertise and compassion you need to achieve optimal health. Contact us today to schedule an appointment at our Lafayette or Church Point locations.
Rebels get the first points of the night as we bring you action live. LHSAA football from Rain High School in Rain, Louisiana, alongside Scott Brazda. Tyler Darbone back in the studio. Ike Brunet on the sidelines getting highlights for tonight. I'm Kevon Bordelon.
I wonder who Tyler's Church Point Bears play tonight.
I can actually tell you. He texted me in just a second. And there's the onside kick from the Rebels. It bounces off of a Rain Wolves, and the Rebels require the football. They do recover the football. Now they're going to check and see if it went the 10 yards, Scott.
Well, I thought it might have gone 10, but then it got knocked back. Is it where it first went? And then after that?
So it has to go 10 unless a Rain Wolf touches it. If the opponent touches it before it goes 10, the next thing you know, the defense can recover, the kicking team can recover, and that is exactly what has happened here. As Scott, now you've got some head coach Guidry is not happy with the call, but it seemed from up here to clearly go off of a Rain Wolf.
Yeah. And that's Mikey going, much like Dane would do on occasion. You saw that moment. Let's go for the kill. And in a game like this, to go up 2 scores, really take that homecoming crowd out of the game.
So here comes the Rebels offense again with a Chick-fil-A first down and 10 at the 50.
That's our first onside kick of the year.
That is our first onside kick of the season. Little confusion for the Rebels offensively as we've got Seemaw and Celestine split wide to the far side, as now Seemaw is going to go into the slot. Viator is split wide to the near side. Play action for Munoz on first down. Goes downfield. He's looking for Celestine. Celestine underneath it, hauls it in, and it comes out of his hands at about the 8-yard line. Well played defensively for the Rain Wolves by Lionel Francis. Or check that, Francois. Nice play defensively, but Scott, it was there, it was in his hands, and Celestine just couldn't quite hold on.
And again, Alex just dropped it beautifully like he did that opening play last week. And as he's coming down, that ball gets loose.
And check that name is Francis. We want to make sure we get it right for everybody who's listening out there. Second down and 10 for the Rebels. Schwander now in at running back in the pistol. Quick throw to the far side to Viator. Viator's got a blocker out in front trying to make a man miss. Can't get past the tackle, but he still picks up a nice gain. Sets up third down and short after about an 8-yard gain.
Nice defensive play by the Rain Wolf out there because Viator's got the speed and even tried a couple different jukes, and neither one worked.
Ball is spotted at the 44.
Third and 3?
So yes, 3rd and 3 for the Rebels. Or the 43. Low snap again. Munoz tries to pick it up. Schwander ends up coming up with it, and it's going to be 3rd and long. Scott, the Rebels have a little bit of a problem here with the long snap tonight.
Got to work on this, guys.
And Scott, that is not good. The way Schwander was taken down, he was rolled as he went down trying to get the football, and he is limping off the field. You hate to see that for the Teurlings Rebels.
And what was once a 5-deep running back core. So Stewart better warm up, and Stewart's now the 3rd guy.
4th down and 6 for the Teurlings Rebels. Straight drop back as the Rebels are going for it. A throw to the far side. Seemaw makes the catch. Tries to cut back inside. He's got the Chick-fil-A first down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out at what looks to be the 31, and the Rebels move the chains on a 4th down gamble.
Well done. Well done. I mean, Seemaw drove him back, then came back, then went off to the left. Good hands. Our receivers hold on to that ball pretty darn well.
Twins are split wide to the near side. This time it's Viator in the slot and Celestine wide to the far, to the near side. Seemaw is wide to the far. EDB in at running back for the Rebels. He'll move from the pistol to the shotgun. Munoz calls for the football. There's the blitz. Celestine makes the catch, and Celestine's got some room. To the 20, to the 10. Finally pulled out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 7. It's a Chick-fil-A first down and goal inside the Hub City Ford red zone for the Teurlings Rebels.
A nice job, getting Celestine back in there and getting him the ball right away. Okay, we can't do anything about that other play. Let's build that confidence back. They got it.
Rebels go, hurry up. Hand off to EDB. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. Rebels are going to lose yardage. It's going to come back to the 10, and it'll be 2nd down and goal right there.
We have not seen Spencer Mesh yet.
Scott, I have a feeling we might have to see Spencer Mesh with the way Schwander went off the field after that awkward tackle. Seemaw is the lone wide receiver to the near side. EDB is in the pistol behind Munoz. Quick throw to the far side. Munoz to Viator trying to get around the outside. He's going to be taken down inside the 5. It'll be 3rd down and goal. Let's see where they officially mark it. It's going to be about the 4 or the 3-yard line.
Tackle was a little high, but official's right there, so.
Check that. Ball is almost at the 2. Francis made the tackle, and Scott, that's 2 nice plays the defensive back for Rain has come up with.
Yeah. Actually, their defensive line isn't all that small. They've got a couple of big guys there.
Munoz calls for the snap on 3rd and goal. It's trying to run around the right side. He's got a little bit of a crease, and Munoz is another Cafe Sidney May 6 with his legs. A 2-yard touchdown run for the senior signal caller as the Rebels go to 13-0 with 5:23 left pending the PAT.
The good thing about having yet another running back go down, now we don't know the extent of Schwander's injury, is your quarterback is possibly your best running back anyway. But do you want him doing it that often?
Rebels look to swing the gate, and they're going to go for 2. Munoz is going to try and run it in on the option. It's the pitch into the backfield. He gets into the end zone. Should be good. Yep, the official signals that it is good. And Scott, was that Logan Boudreaux? Yeah, that is Logan Boudreaux, who receives the pitch on the option, gets the 2-point conversion, and the Rebels make it 15-0, 5:23 remaining on the Ochsner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock. And on the streaming side, the Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
You can start a rewarding career as an emergency medical technician sooner than you think. The National EMS Academy, a division of Acadian Ambulance, can train you in just 12 weeks at their campuses in Alexandria, Baton Rouge, Covington, Lafayette, Lake Charles, New Orleans, and Thibodaux. Students who complete the class and pass the National Registry exam are eligible to work for Acadian Ambulance. Classes start soon. Learn more at becomeamedic.com.
Teurlings Rebels have a 15-0 lead for a Richetto's road game as Scott Brasda and I come to you from the Summit Financial Press Box here at Rain High School. Logan Boudreaux puts his foot into this one. It will be taken in and bounce off the turf at about the 5-yard line. Again, it is Judice making his way past the 10, but shy of the 15. Teurlings Rebels defense will again have a nice down and distance as the Rain Wolves set up under the shadows of their own goalposts inside their own 20.
I mean, you and I might have commented, I think we did last week, our kickoff teams and our punt teams have gotten so much better.
That third phase of the game that a lot of people don't talk about. It's called hidden yardage a lot of times because you don't necessarily see it. The Rebels have minimized that, and I think it's really helped the defense in the long run because we've talked about some of the plays that have been given up, but that's the bend but don't break.
Wasn't it Rain? Now, you did the game last year without me. I was somewhere, but wasn't Rain one of those teams that had a big return?
Might have been, yes. Judice calls for the football on 1st down, handed off into the backfield, trying to get around the left side. Tackled quickly is Rudolph Peter on the carry. Not going to gain a whole heck of a lot. Set up 2nd down and long for the Wolves.
Rebels stretch it out, and then Jackson Broussard, Alec Castile. There's 3 other Rebels there. I think Jude Smith was there. We're seeing 44 more and more. It's going to be fun to watch Jude next year, too.
Officially a gain of 1 on the carry, set up 2nd down and 9. Wolves taking a little bit of time here in the huddle. They'll come to the line of scrimmage with about 20 seconds remaining on the play clocks. First quarter, 15-0. Rebels lead at 4:33 remaining. Man comes in motion near side for Judice. Fakes the pitch. Now Judice is just going to try and run it. He's going to be hitting the backfield. Pitches back, has the nice catch made, and that is made by Francis. Scott, it looked like it was disaster, but Francis able to turn it into something positive, and it's going to be now 3rd and short for the Rain Wolves after about a 5-yard pickup.
Need to make that part of your regular arsenal. Yeah, that was, I thought for a second Rebels were going to bounce that one back into the end zone.
So clock does stops with 4:22 remaining here in the first quarter. And if you think about the philosophy that the Rebels came into this game with, Mr. Brasda, it was a setup of absolute total respect, which is we need to get out in front of this team and do it quickly. Judice calls for the football. He's got 2 wide receivers to his left. Now he's just going to try and run around the right side of the offensive line. He'll be hit in the backfield and be dropped. And, Scott, the officials need to blow that dead a lot sooner than they did. His forward progress was clearly stopped back at the 20-yard line.
Declan stopped him at the 20, and they let him keep pushing him to the 16.
Yeah, and didn't blow it dead until somebody had to throw him to the turf for them to do it.
By the way, we met Declan' grandparents in the parking lot. Told him how much we love their boy and his animation and his passion for the game.
So the punt team is on the field. Lon Paul Moody is set to punt for the Rain Wolves. That leaves Nick Celestine back at his own 46, or rather the Wolf 46-yard line. check that. That is Caden Chavis, not Celestine. That ball is punted very low and end-over-end punt. Goes out of bounds, and it's going to be great field position for the Teurlings Rebels. Scott, did we get away with running into the kicker on that one?
I don't know. I thought we got a piece of it. The way it kind of came right off the foot, we had so many guys right there, Kevon.
So the Rebels will again set up shop inside of Rain Wolf territory with a Chick-fil-A first down and 10 at the 35-yard line of the Wolves. And Scott, the Rebels have not started a drive. This their third drive of the game in their own territory. The ball spotted inside the 20-yard line at the 50 and now at the 35.
Let's see what our running back situation. EDB still back there.
Celestine and Viator are the receivers on the near side. Looks like that is Price split out wide to the far. Munoz calls for the football. Play action, looking, under pressure, now rolling to his left. Being chased, he's going to be hit in the backfield. Surges way close to the original line of scrimmage. Now breaks a tackle, gets past the line of scrimmage, and turns, again, what should have been a couple-yard loss into about a 2-yard gain.
That's twice. Kind of late calls there. Now that one worked out for us, but, I mean, it looked like Alex was stopped.
Officially a gain of 2, sets up second down and 8.
Is that Schwander or Mesh? I can't
That is Schwander back in the game. Good to see. Quick throw to the near side. Celestine breaks one tackle. Can he break the second after a stiff arm? He does. Now he's pushed out of bounds right about the 25-yard line. Let's see where the officials mark him out of bounds. They do mark him out at the 25. That should move the chains and give the Rebels a fresh set of downs with a Chick-fil-A first and 10.
Give the Wolves some credit for their speed because Viator could not get that block out there. And credit Nick for being able to pick his way for at least a few yards.
Rebels getting the play from the far sideline. Rebel faithfuls traveled very well tonight here, Mr. Brasda, as we expect.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful home crowd here tonight for the Rain Wolves at homecoming. Benoit is in the slot, Scott, on Chick-fil-A first and 10. Fake the handoff. Munoz around the right side. Makes one man miss. He's inside the 20. He'll be down to the 15-yard line. And we've got a flag on the play. Scott, it looked like helmets got locked. It looked like helmets got locked together. Face masks might have been locked, but we do have a flag on the play. Let's get the call from the head official. It's in the area of holding, Mr. Brasden. And that is what it is. It's holding against the Teurlings Rebels. So instead of a 10-yard gain basically on first down, we're going to bracket this one up and see where the Rebels end up with a first down again.
Alex goes off to the sideline for a second.
Because the helmet came off, I believe they have to check the equipment.
Holding call against the Rebels.
So the first flag of the night is against the Teurlings Rebels for a holding call offensively. That'll bring the ball back to the 31. Make it second down first down and 15.
So Calandra's in a quarterback.
Handoff is to Celestine on the jet sweep left side. Celestine trying to press the line. He does. Now to the outside. Celestine is inside the 20-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 17-yard line, so it'll be very close, about 2 yards away from a first down.
Look, I got to give Nick this. I was about to say he's just trying to run wide and fast, and then he had that little cut back into the middle of the field.
Looks like a 2nd and 2 coming up.
14-yard gain on 1st and 16 for the Rebels after the penalty. Munoz now calling for the football quickly. They get the entire defensive line to jump into the neutral zone, but no one made contact, no one on the Rebels moved, so no call. Now the Rebels will change the play at the line of scrimmage. Schwander will move from the pistol to the left side of his senior quarterback. Straight drop back for Munoz. Now rolls to his right. Under pressure. Presses in. Now goes to the outside. He's inside the 15. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Teurlings Rebels. Another Cafe Sidney May 6. The Rebels have gotten another rushing touchdown. The third of the first quarter by Alex Munoz.
And Alex took quite a shot as he crossed the goal line. Good hard shot. Guy trying to knock the ball loose. So
that will send the PAT unit out onto the field for the Rebels. Minute 33 remaining on the Ochsner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock and the Guillory Chiropractic game clock on our streaming side.
I think they're good at chiropractics, too.
Yes, chiropractic.
I think they've really evolved as a company.
The PAT is good. Boudreaux does it again. Rebels now have a 22-0 lead. 1:33 remaining in the first quarter. This is Teurlings Rebels football on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports. Have 3 possessions and 3 touchdowns here in the first quarter on a Rochetto's road game. Alongside Scott Brazda, Tyler Darbone in the studio, Ike Brunet on the sidelines, getting highlights. I'm Kevon Bordelon. All 3 touchdowns, Scott, on the legs of Alex Munoz.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed in Alex. He has not come to play, clearly.
Logan Boudreaux set to kick off. Kicks this one deep, and it will be taken in at the 1-yard line, to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, then hit right at the 20-yard line. Nice return for the Rain Wolves, and that is where they will set up shop just past their own 20 and their best field position.
That was the best thing. What they finally decided to do was just run straight ahead and run as fast as you can. Teurlings, their kickoff game is so fast. If you try to get fancy, if you try to run from one side of the field to the other, you're going to lose another 5 or 7 yards. The 2 previous times, at the 12 and at the 14. This time you got to the 25.
And then throw in there the onside kick, which the Rebels recovered. And it's been a really nice first quarter for the Teurlings Rebels. So here comes the senior Austin Jadis to the line of scrimmage. He's got a receiver to his left, multiple tight ends, running back to his right. Handoff on the sweep to the right side behind a couple of blockers, but not much running room as the Teurlings Rebels defensively have a couple of people there. Broussard is one of them, and it's going to be a short gain on first down.
Broussard and Jack Snyder owning it.
It was Peter on the carry.
I love how Bart Vitt, he continues like chess pieces. Move Frugier back and forth, move Snyder back and forth. Snyder was on the right a second ago. Now he's back over on the left.
So here come the Rain Wolves to the line of scrimmage on 2nd down and 9.
Bring up a 2nd and 8.
Judis still the quarterback. A wide receiver split out far to the right side. Now he's got a receiver lined up, now goes in motion to the right. Handoff on the sweep around the right side. Nice carry up front, again by Peter. He's going to make it a 3rd down and manageable, about 3. Let's see where the spot is marked officially at the 34-yard line. It'll actually be 3rd down and 1.
Impressive. Rebels grabbed him around the 30, and he just kind of chugged and pulled for almost 4 more yards.
That is going to do it for the first quarter as the game clock winds down here at Rain High School. Rebels with a 22-0 lead over the Rain Wolves. We'll come back. Second quarter action right here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports. Rebels Radio alongside Scott Brazda. I'm Kevon Bordelon. It's 3rd down and 1 from their own 34-yard line for the Rain Wolves. Teams have swapped sides. Now the Wolves moving left to right. That's north to south here in Wolf Stadium, as that handoff is to Peter, and let me tell you, he's not going to get the first down, Mr. Brazda. That's going to be actually probably a loss on the play. Makes it 4th down and short for the Rain Wolves. They've tried this once here already this evening. It didn't work out to their advantage. The Rebels got the stop and the turnover on downs and the quick touchdown.
Once again, and a pack of Rebels. Jackson Broussard's having a heck of a ball game. I think Seth Miller out there as well. But Jackson's everywhere.
So that'll send the punting unit out onto the field for the Rain Wolves. And Scott, remember the last attempt, we actually believe somebody got a hand on it, as Lon Paul Moody was not able to get great distance. Caden Chavis back deep to receive the punt, stands at his own 39-yard line. Now we get a timeout, Rain, with 11-12 remaining in the first half. Rebels leading 22-0. We'll take a quick break here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports, brought to you by the Lilla Group. AcadianaIsHome.com.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Lilla Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
So coming back from our Minute Med timeout, we're bringing you the game from the Summit Financial Press Box alongside Scott Brazda. I'm Kevon Bordelon. Wolves are set to punt. Caden Chavis stands at his own 39-yard line to receive the kick. Good snap this time. Kick is up and away. It's end over end, and it's away from Chavis. It bounces at about the 35 to the 25 to the 20. Chavis is going to pick it up at the 15. Now he cuts to the near side, cuts it upfield. He's got some room. Cuts to the far side, and he's got a lot of room in front of him now. To the 50, to the 45, cuts it back in. It's a foot race. He's going to be caught from behind, which is unbelievable at the 20-yard line, Scott. We have got to get a number. That is Horatio Robertson, who caught him from behind. Talk about the speed on Robertson, but a just absolutely electric return by Caden Chavis with a flag on the play.
And we have a flag way back there at the 31. And people are walking backwards.
So instead of the Rebels starting off with a Chick-fil-A 1st and 10 inside the Hub City Ford red zone, the penalty is going to bring this back.
You know, and I saw that block, and I forget which Rebel it was. It didn't look egregious, didn't look horrible. I was just so thrilled with the fact that the way it kind of played out, with Caden just let it roll, and then, okay, no one's around, I might as well pick it up.
So, Scott, I missed the call from the official. Was it a hold or a block in the back?
I thought they said hold.
So instead of the Rebels starting, this is an 80-yard penalty, essentially. Because you have the return, which would have put the ball inside the 20, and the Rebels now will set up at their own 15-yard line.
That's a shame. Caden did a lot of, as we used to say, Todd Kinchin running right there.
Yes.
Left, right, middle, right.
So here comes the Rebels offense now under the shadows of their own goalpost, their own 15-yard line. Play clocks are at 12 as the Rebels approach the line of scrimmage. Now under 10. EDB back in at running back. Rebels moving right to left. 3, 2. Munoz calls to the football, gets the snap just in time. Handoff EDB up the middle. He's across the 20-yard line, and he's going to be taken down. Oh, and Scott, there's the flag on number 21. Almost a punch by Lon Paul Moody up against a player who was on the ground. I happen to see it from up here. More than likely, it's a personal foul. There it is, dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct against Rain. Just one of those penalties that, as a coach, not necessarily an effort penalty. One of those that's just a mental mistake penalty.
Yeah.
So that'll give the Rebels a Chick-fil-A 1st down and 10 after a really nice run by EDB. Ball now comes all the way out to the 15-yard line. Lone wide receiver is to the far side. Viator checking with the official, make sure he is lined up properly, now as does Celestine. Munoz just drops this snap. It was fine. Now throws it into the flat. He's got A.J. Price makes a man miss. Price at the 45 to the 50 to 40. Price finally pushed out of bounds inside of Wolf territory. And Scott, again, just ball handling miscues in the backfield.
Getting away with it because AJ1 makes a great catch, great hands. And then he came to that sudden stop and then shifted back up all the way to third gear.
Rebels go hurry up as Stout is now the lone wide receiver to the near side. Munoz looks to his left, throws, and he's got Price again. Price at the 35, breaking a tackle, goes into the second man. Now he's going to be down at the 30-yard line, and this is in the area of a face mask or a horse collar, Mr. Brazda.
Yeah, it was real high, come on. And you saw AJ's head kind of yanked toward us. Gotta be.
So I'm looking for the head official. Personal foul face mask against Rain. So at the 15-yard line, at the 30-yard line, tack on 15. So the Rebels will have a Chick-fil-A 1st and 10 inside the Hub City Ford red zone.
Going to the hot hand, AJ Price. AJ across the middle. I mean, he's so tough. That's a great play.
Timeout on the field. We'll take the timeout in the booth. 9:56 left on the Ochsner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock. And the Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard. Rebels lead at 22-0 on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together,
lead at 22-0, 9:56 remaining in the first half. Alongside Scott Brazda, I'm Kevon Bordelon. Scott, you asked who Church Point was playing because that is Tyler Darbone's team. They are playing Pine Prairie tonight. So rooting for both the Bears and the Teurlings Rebels is Tyler Darbone back in the studio. So we had an injured player on the field, Scott. I don't know how I missed that. Hate to see that. We asked that everyone says a prayer for any player who happens to be injured on a play because we don't like to see anyone injured. Remember, these young men's lives go on after the game is over.
Getting off on his own volition, own power.
Nice to see that for Lionel Francis, who's made a couple of nice plays here tonight for Rain.
Yeah.
Trip split out wide to the far side for the Rebels. Lone wide receiver to the near side is A.J. Price, and now we're going to get a timeout from the Rain Wolves. We'll stay here, Mr. Brazda.
I want to comment on the versatility. So, A.J. officially a tight end. Now he's lining up outside. Now he's lining up on the other side. He can come back and play quarterback and running back. That versatility, it echoes throughout this football team.
And he does have a completion on the season already. He actually had a long completion last week as they gave the, tight end option pass, which isn't necessarily normal, not a halfback option pass.
Well, and for those who aren't aware, I mean, A.J. Price played quarterback until the beginning of this season. And right now, he's the backup quarterback. If anything ever happened to Alex, A.J. is your backup quarterback.
A couple of things that people can think about tonight, Scott, is number one, if you're at home, think about what your nomination would be for the Beal and Hebert Player of the Game. That award will be given out Monday night at Pizza Village on Moss Street during the Michael Corville Show, 7 to 8 p.m. Monday night. Stream that on 446 Sports.
It's a good place to hold that coach's show, let me tell you.
EDB in at running back.
Told Declan grandparents, Pizza Village made me grow north-south and now east-west.
Again, trips to the right side. Handoff EDB. Goes to the line of scrimmage. Now cuts to the left. Inside the 5. Touchdown, Teurlings Rebels. It is a 15-yard rushing touchdown and another Cafe Sydney May 6 for the Rebels with 9:35 remaining in the second quarter.
And that's EDB in his vision. I mean, he's coming around the left end and he's going straight, and then he sees something further to his left and he just did that curve.
Logan Boudreau out to attempt the PAT. Steps it off. He has his measurement. Snap is back. Kick is up. Plenty of leg, and again, it is good. The Rebels now have a 29-0 lead over the Rain Wolves. 9:35 left in the second half. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
Here's your Beal and Hebert starting lineup.
Lance Beal, Teurlings Catholic.
Kenny Hebert, Catholic High.
Stephen Williams, STM.
Don Connett, USL.
Alan Haney, Catholic High.
Gabrielle Romero, Sacred Heart.
Beal and Hebert, Acadiana's hometown lawyers.
A Rochetto's road game for your Teurlings Rebels. Alongside Scott Brazda, I'm Kevon Bordelon. Tyler Darbone back in the studio. Ike Brunei on the sidelines getting highlights for our Facebook page. And, of course, we're streaming on 446 Sports.
And a reminder, go to our Facebook page because Ike is just money. And if you want to relive some great moments, Ike is delivering as he always does.
Logan Boudreau, the ensuing kickoff is in the air. This one will be taken in and then bouncing on the turf to the 14-yard line where it's picked up a short return to about the 17-yard line, and that's where the Wolves will set up shop. Scott, not good communication on the back end as two Wolves were trying to determine who was going to return that football.
Oh, it's those two outfielders and neither one calling for it.
So let's get you some scores from around the area. St. Thomas More up 21-0 on the north side Vikings in the second quarter. The Westgate Tigers with a 15-0 lead over St. Martinville. That game also in the second quarter. See what other scores we have from around the area. Beauchesne and Livonia 0-0. Cecilia 13-0 over Breaux Bridge in the first.
Battle of St. Martin Parish.
Judice calls for the football. Hands off to the right side of the offensive line. A new running back in. It's a short gain on first down of 2. Sets up second down and 8.
He got tripped up by a Rebel. Trying to see who that is. Oh, Carter Maha.
Try and get a number on the running back.
A few scores from last night, Kevon. Notre Dame 35-7 over Lake Arthur. Karen Crow at Lafayette High really put it to the mighty lines. Karen Crow's the real deal, 63-7. And Westminster of Opelousas wins the Battle of Opelousas, a tight one. They beat OC 24-22.
Thank you, Mr. Brazda.
I'm here.
Second down and 8. Handoff is to Peters. He's going to be hit in the backfield. Can the Rebels tackle him? He breaks the first tackle, breaks the second, but can't get away from the third and fourth. He got back to about the line of scrimmage. It's going to be third down and long for the Rain Wolves.
Rebels just kept stretching it out. I mean, Seth Miller and Snyder, and so they were never able to pick up any speed, the Wolves. So as it continued to get stretched out, more and more Rebels were there on that left side.
North Vermilion and Como, Scott, are scoreless in the first quarter.
North Vermilion next week for homecoming.
Third and long for the Rain Wolves, rather. Teurlings defense trying to get off the field. Rebels lead at 29-0, 8 minutes remaining here in the first half. Judice rolls to his right on third down.
Ooh, that was a takedown.
Looking to throw. Looks to throw back. Now running because he's under pressure. Throws it away as he's hit. And that is incomplete. Takes out an official as well, and we hope he's okay. Because, I mean, absolutely wiped out the official. There are 2 flags on the far sideline as well.
So you're watching the ball. I'm at the middle of the field because Jack Snyder got taken down by a lineman. Then the other lineman went on top of him. And, I mean, it's got to be a personal foul against Rain.
And Scott,
now, Snyder having to push at the end, but come on.
Now, Scott, there was actually an incident here in the United States, 2 weeks ago, where an exceptionally large offensive lineman basically did the professional wrestling move of a splash and ruptured the spine or fractured the spine of the other player in 2 places. So it can be a potentially dangerous move depending upon how it's done and who does it. I didn't see this one, so I have no idea.
Oh, this was horrible. This one right here was first a massive yank down of Snyder, and then the other offensive lineman just goes down on top of him.
Holding against the offense, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Rebels.
Gotta be kidding.
So here's the problem. Because it's a dead ball, these 2 penalties don't offset. The Rebels have to accept the penalty, which will bring them back 10. Then they will get a 15-yard penalty, so they will now end up with about 3rd and 3 because they'll get a 5-yard net gain out of this.
This is so stupid. Look, I mean, we can all, I'll speak my mind. I'm becoming my father in my old age. But we can all sing Kumbaya and say Snyder shouldn't retaliate at the end. But come on. He was yanked down by a guy, then he was pummeled by a second guy.
There should have been 2 fouls, but the problem is you can only accept 1 foul.
Well, I don't like it. Come on.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I think it's absolutely insane. Every penalty should be marked off in those scenarios. So now it's 3rd down and call it a long 3 for the Rain Wolves. Handoff is going to be, again, to the right side. That is Lon Paul Moody, who gets a very short gain on 3rd and 3. Set up 4th down and about 2.
Give this one to Jude Smith and Alec Castile. I think Mr. Deculus might have had something to do with that tackle right there.
Scott, it looks like the Wolves are going to leave their offense on the field, or will they? Because Moody is also the punter. So we'll see if Moody lines up to punt. No, they're going to go for it on 4th down and short, it appears, as they now huddle up with 20 seconds left on the play clocks. So Judice will be all by his lonesome in the backfield. Twins are split wide to the far side for the Wolves. Lone wide receiver to the near is the tight end. Now we get a whistle and a timeout on the play. Teurlings Rebels. So we're going to stay here through this timeout with 7 minutes remaining. A little bit of maybe the chess match going, sending the offense out, line up, make the Rebels use a timeout here in the first half when the Rebels are up 29-0 in the second quarter.
I think the coach is trying to give his fan base something, because right now they got nothing to hang their hat on.
Well, not just the fan base. I mean, at this point, I think you got to believe in your players as well.
And yeah. And what what the Rebels have been trying to do with the onside kicks and just the aggressiveness on trying to block punts, they're really trying to take, not fans, but they're trying to take the very concept of homecoming out of this game.
Which the Rebels know they have coming next week with North Vermilion coming to town. So it'll be an interesting setup for that, because that's a classic trap game next week with East Ascension the week following. So here we go, 4th down and short, and yes, the Rain Wolves have their offense back out onto the field. It's Moody at running back. 2 tight ends on the far side. A lone wide receiver is to the near. Man comes in motion near side. Fake the handoff on the jet sweep. Handoff to the second man through. He's not going to get it. The Rebels defensively make the stand, and the Teurlings Rebels force the turnover on downs. Carter Maha led the way.
Lucas Skidry and Fruge, and then another flag. And this one's got to be against Rain again, because it was the same guy.
But Rain, Scott, their offense is staying on the field like this is going to be against the Rebels. Nope, now the Rain center, I believe, is at a conversation. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Rebels. But here's the deal. It's a dead ball, so it happened after the play. So the Rebels will get possession because the play is over. But because it's a dead ball, instead of the Rebels getting the ball at the 26-yard line, they'll go 15 yards further, take it at the 41, and that's where the Rebels will set up with a Chick-fil-A 1st down and 10. That's interesting. I thought the ball was at the 26. 26 plus 15, I believe, is 41.
It is.
Instead, somehow, it magically gets to 43.
Well, it's a tax rate issue.
Munoz calls for the football in the Chick-fil-A 1st down. Fakes the bump pass, now rolls to his right, looking for a man, throws, and it's incomplete after Price was pushed down, or maybe caught feet with the defender, if we're going to be generous.
He was all tangled up, but no call.
So the incompletion sets up 2nd down and 10. First time, Scott, we've seen a little misdirection on the rollout. Handoff faked to the left side of the offensive line, then Munoz rolled to his right.
See, I'm not usually calling all these penalties that aren't called. That's usually you. This is refreshing. I feel good. I'm getting it out.
Play action to Schwander on 2nd down. Now Price gets the reception inside the 40-yard line to the 37. Gain of about 5. It'll set up 3rd down and 5 for the Rebels.
Look, that little 5 or 7 rollout, and then Alex goes 5 or 7 and pops out. It's unstoppable.
Play coming in from the far sideline as we approach 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Rebels with a 29-0 lead over the Wolves of Rain. Trips are to the near side. Rebels moving right to left. That's south to north here at Rain High School. Handoff right side, Schwander. Schwander's picking his way through the offensive line. He's got a little bit of a crease. Schwander's going to be inside the 30. Schwander powers his way inside the 25, just shy of the 20, and it's a Chick-fil-A 1st down and 10 by Ian Schwander.
Schwander moving piles for about 15. thought he was stopped 2 or 3 times. You know, if these guys aren't going to blow the whistle, heck, use it to your advantage.
Same formation. Schwander stays in the backfield. Munoz calling a new play at the line of scrimmage. Trips R2 the near side, which is the wide side of the field. Schwander will move to his right from the pistol. Play action, Munoz, pump fake, throws to the end zone. He's got Seymour wide open, makes the catch, a Cafe Sidney May 6. It is a 26-yard touchdown strike from Alex Munoz to Quinn Seymour as the Rebels put 6 more on the board.
And that was the first, I'm going to call it poorly thrown ball by Alex, and I don't mean that in a horrible, horrible way, but Quinn actually had to wait for that and even come back a step.
So that'll send Logan Boudreau out for yet another PAT attempt. Snap, hold, kick, and good. Teurlings Rebels, 36-0, 5:41 remaining in the first half. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio on News Talk 96.5 KPEL.
Here's your Beal and Hebert starting lineup.
Lance Beal, Teurlings Catholic.
Kenny Hebert, Catholic High.
Stephen Williams, STM.
Don Connett, USL.
Alan Haney, Catholic High.
Gabrielle Romero, Sacred Heart.
Beal and Hebert, Acadiana's hometown lawyers.
Financial needs, Leverett and Chase's Armo are the experts to see. In Lafayette, visit Chase's Armo. In Carencro, Leverett. Chase's Armo, Leverett, and State Farm, part of the Teurlings Rebels family.
36-0, the Rebels lead it. Alex Munoz, his first passing touchdown of the game, and it was a beaut, Mr. Brazda, in spite of it actually being a little underthrown.
Yeah, and nice to see Seymour. He must like Acadia Parish pretty well because a couple touchdowns now. The one in Notre Dame a couple weeks ago.
Boudreau puts foot to leather on the ensuing kickoff. This one will be taken in at the 6. To the 10 to the 15, that is where the returner is met. He'll make it not quite to the 20-yard line, and that is where the Wolves will set up shop. Appears to be their own 19-yard line.
Returner danced a little bit, kind of looking for an opening to pop up, and, well, there was enough of that because Frugier got right on him, and so did Aaron Richard, number 13.
Looked like that was Ashton Bro on the return.
No, he danced and he kept waiting for an alley to open. And while he danced, the Rebels closed whatever alleys there were.
Again, the discipline on the Rebels special team kick coverage has been exceptional so far this season.
This has just been so night and day from last year. Because that was really their only weakness last year.
Agreed. Judy stands by himself in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to his left. Now a man comes in motion, sets up in the shotgun next to him. Gets the handoff, tries the left side, hit in the backfield. He's going to go down for a loss. The Rebels catch Dallas Bercier, the sophomore, for a loss of 3 or 4 on the play. Beautifully played by the Rebels defensive front.
Yeah, Frugier couldn't be touched right there.
We have an injured player on the field. As we always ask, regardless of the team, we ask that you say a prayer for any injured player. We're going to take a Minute Med injury timeout. Let you say that prayer. Remember, these young men's lives go on after these games are over. We'll be back on Teurlings Rebels Radio and streaming on 446 Sports.
Good man. Thank you, Tyler.
So the good news is, looks as if they are stretching that young man out for a potential cramp. We hope that that is just the case. We hate to see anybody in pain, but if it's going to be something, at least it's that and not something worse.
And that was pretty quick, right when the trainer got out there. Leg up, foot, just trying to work it.
And it appears that that is Bercier who actually had the carry on the first down.
Yeah, I've been thinking much of the game here. Frugier's had a relatively statistically quiet game. Right there, it was just step in, step out. I noticed he's been double teamed a couple times. So, Rain knows, but then pick your poison. All right, so if you double team him, that means Snyder's wide open on the other side to attack.
And Scott, you talked about Havoc rate a lot earlier this season. While he may not statistically have had his name called a lot, I'll bet the Havoc rate is quite high.
Oh yeah, I bet.
So officially a loss of 3, balls at the 17-yard line. Or check that, loss of 2, balls at the 17.
5-man front again.
Judice pitches out to Peter. That ball's on the turf. It's bouncing around. Peter's able to pick it up. Rebels are able to fall on him. at about the 15-yard line. And that is going to set up a third down and extra long. And Scott, there's an official having a conversation with an offensive lineman from Rain, as it appeared that there was some frustration between the offensive lineman and the defensive lineman from Teurlings.
Jack Snyder tapped down the runner. The whole problem with that play started, the pitch was behind the running back. So, he has to reach back. He loses momentum, and then the Rebels, whatever edge Rain might have had in that play was gone with that pitch.
Rebels with a 36-0 lead, 4:23 remaining on the Ochsner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock and the Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard. Now a wide receiver to each side for Judy. So running back in the backfield, Judy's rolls to his right, wants to throw back, and he's got a man open behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to be taken down quickly, though, as the Rebels defend it well, and that is going to set up 4th down and longer than 10 for the Rain Wolves.
I don't know why the receiver turned back into the middle of the field, number 80.
I'm about to say, Scott, that's the tight end. Looks like that is Brody Trahan, correct.
Yeah, he had some room on the left, but he turned right back into the middle of the field where suddenly there were 3 Rebels.
So Caden Chavis will set up at the 46-yard line of the Rain Wolves to receive this punt.
Let's see if Caden can do something without a flag.
He had a tremendous punt return in the first time, and the punt is away. It's an end-over-ender. Chavis is going to let it bounce, and it's going to check up and go backwards. It'll go back to the 39-yard line, which is where Rain will fall on it. And that's where the Rebels, again, Scott, will have just tremendous field position, as I don't believe the Rebels
just that one time
have started other than the one time on the punt return, which was called back inside of their own territory.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's much more you could ask for the Rebels offense here in the first half against Rain to maybe go a different way.
I mean, even when you've had a stumble, you've bailed out. We've dropped 3 or 4 balls on snaps.
I think that's the one thing that I'd be concerned about if I were Coach Corville, because when your center is playing maybe a different nose tackle, it all of a sudden becomes a little bit different dynamic when you've got snap problems as opposed to maybe when you're a little more comfortable.
But, I don't know what's on Alex's part, too, though, because there have been snaps, like, right to his midsection that he's bobbled. So there's some sort of communication problem. Because Rain may not make you pay for it, but East Ascension and STM certainly will.
Now, there's a flag on the play. It's going to be a hold on the Rebels that will bring the ball back 10 yards. So the Rebels will start instead of the 39 of Rain at the 49-yard line of the Rain Wolves. Lone wide receiver to the near side is Stout. That's a handoff to Mesh right side. Mesh has got a little bit of room. Mesh is at the 45. Mesh is at the 40. Mesh spins his way to the 36-yard line, and that's going to be a pickup of 13 on the Chick-fil-A 1st and 10.
Mesh is such a good instinctual runner. I mean, look at what he showed us. I mean, he showed us speed. He showed us ability to cut back. He showed us a spin move. That's, you don't teach that stuff. Guys, they just know it and feel it.
Munoz turns around, communicates something to Mesh. A little quick throw to the near side, and that's going to be cut back after being caught. Then it's to the 30, to the 20-yard line, and Scott, that's coming back. There's 2 flags on the field, but the reception was made by Kagan Boone, a senior wide receiver that we haven't seen in the games in quite some time.
Had a little room out there, but I think we're going to find out why he had a little room.
It is a hold against the Teurlings Rebels. That'll back them up 10. So instead of the Chick-fil-A 1st down and 10 moving to about the 20-yard line, the Rebels will have 1st and should be about 20.
You hate to see that happen because, Kagan doesn't play a whole lot. And when you get that opportunity, and the statistics, the box score will never show it.
So Simon is split wide to the far side. Boone is now in the slot. Stout is split wide to the near side as the Rebels move right to left. That is south to north against your radio, Android, or iPhone application. So the official just called a timeout, and I'm trying to figure out why. Do we have an injury? We do have an injury on the backside of the defense. Scott, it appears to be another cramp, and this is something this is just unfortunate. because the reality is the Rain Wolves, just numbers-wise, don't have as many bodies on the sidelines as the Rebels do, which means you're seeing a lot of guys play true Iron Man football. You're seeing a lot of numbers on offense and defense, and they're not duplicates.
I don't know the enrollment differential, but my guess is Rain's on the very much lower end of Quad A in terms of numbers.
And this district makes things really difficult on some teams. When you look at the geography of the district, how it's made up, the fact that this district consists of STM, Teurlings, North Vermilion, Northside, Como,
Westgate to our south,
and Westgate.
Yeah.
A 16 district that really, the makeup geographically is kind of puzzling.
Yeah, you go to Acadia Parish, Iberia Parish. Well, Lafayette heavily touted, but still Vermilion with North Vermilion.
So officially it is 1st and 17. Munoz, straight drop back. Throws over the middle. He's got a man. It's Price at about the 30-yard line, and he's going to pick up the majority of what was needed to move the chains, set up second down and a manageable about 4 for the Rebels at the 30-yard line.
Again, another crossing pattern, Kevon, 10 or 12 yards.
Liz Boyd chiming in. Let's see what Liz had to say.
She has a birthday coming up, I think.
29?
It's a magical number, I hear.
There you go. Second down for the Rebels at the 30-yard line of the Rain Wolves. A little bump pass to Viator trying to get the right side. He's got some room and blockers in front of him. He's got the Chick-fil-A first down. He's wound down out of bounds. That's going to be a flag on the far side. And Scott, that also might be a horse collar tackle just shy of the 20-yard line.
And I also saw a Rain defender grabbing a Rebel blocker like by the side of his helmet.
And it is against the Rain Wolves. Personal foul, face mask against the Rain Wolves. So it is a face mask, not a horse collar. And that'll move them 15 yards closer to the end zone as the Rebels will now have a first down and goal inside the Hub City Ford red zone. Check that, moves them to the 11. I guess officially the Rebels were inside of the 20 anyway and got 9 out of the penalty.
So first down is possible.
Mesh is the running back. Celestine, the lone wide receiver to the near side. Munoz hands off Mesh. Mesh up the middle. Mesh spins at the 5. Mesh is down to the 1-yard line. Oh, how close was Mesh to getting into the end zone, and another Cafe Sydney May 6.
Good stop by Rain, because I thought Spencer had it. Defensive back.
Rebels go hurry up. Hand off Mesh again. Mesh straight forward and goes into the end zone. A 1-yard touchdown plunge for Mesh, and another Cafe Sydney May 6 as the Rebels make it a 42-0 ball game with 56 seconds remaining here in the first half, pending the PAT.
Well, you got to give it to Spencer again after all the hard work he did on the play before.
And Scott, Mesh led the game last week in rushing, and may, as the third running back into this game, lead it this week again. Snap is back, hold is down, Boudreaux's kick is up, and it is good. Rebels have a 43-0 lead, 56 seconds remaining in the first half as we now get set for the ensuing kickoff. And Mr. Brazzi, you've got the running game working, you got the passing game working. What do you work on coming out of this game as you get ready for homecoming? As you start to think about the second half and the equitable advisor's best advice of the game, and then coming out of the game, period, what do you look at?
Little things, cleaning up snaps, cleaning up some penalties. I mean, that's about it. Come on, your defense is dominating, your offense is dominating. But it's those little things that, as I said, you may get away with it against Como, Rain, and North Vermilion. You're not getting away with that with East Ascension and STM.
And emotional control is also a big one. So, for example, the penalty on Jack Snyder, that's a discipline penalty at that point, even though I understand it. It's still a discipline penalty. You can't have those when you're going to get into an emotional game.
And here's a perfect opportunity to work on it because Rain's getting frustrated, right? They're doing all kinds of things, trying to get the ball, trying to, punch at the ball, do things like that. You you really will get a big test on emotion and control.
Boudreaux's kick is going to be picked up by Tyreek Gordon, who's going to go for about 5 to 10 yards.
And we're on running time.
At 43-0, and that is the rule for those who don't know. Once you hit 42, a 42-point lead, it becomes running time, and we have hit that here in the first half. See if we can get you some other scores from around the area. At the half, Westgate 15, St. Martinville nothing. Third quarter score, Como and North Vermilion 0-0 ball game.
Well,
we will need to run one play here to end the half as Judice calls for the football for Ray. Quick throw to the outside. Receiver slips, just can't come up with it. He was looking for his tight end, Brody Traha, and that is going to do it for the first half. Rebels with a 43-0 lead over the Rain Wolves. We'll come back with our halftime show right after this on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports. Don't forget, visit Acadiana is home because 446 is presented by the Lulu Group.
But one more time, let me hear all our honor classes, all our honor alumni. Make some noise.
At this time, we would like to present our 2025 Homecoming Court. Anna Claire Bork is the daughter of Cody Bork and Aaron Royer. Tonight, she is being escorted by her parents. Anna Claire has been a part of the Rain High School volleyball team for 4 years. She has also been an active member of the Beta Club for 3 years, placing third at the state level with the Community Service Project. Anna Claire has also been a member of POSTA for 4 years and is currently pursuing EMT training. She has exhibited academic excellence by being part of the Rain High Honors Program for 4 years, while maintaining a 4.0 GPA. Anna Claire is currently pursuing dual enrollment coursework where she is accumulating both high school and college credits. Anna Claire plans to attend McNeese State University, majoring in nursing. She aspires to become a nurse practitioner and eventually pursue a career as a physician's assistant. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Anna Claire Bork. Regiana Rosera Clark is the daughter of Leslie Carmouche. She is being escorted by her mother and grandmother, Donna Patio. Regiana has shown her dedication to Rain High by her involvement in student council for 4 years, serving as activities director her sophomore year, secretary her junior year, and currently serving as vice president. She has also been her class treasurer for 3 years. Regiana has been an active Beta and Library Club member for 3 years. She has also been a part of the Interact Club for 2 years and HOSA for 4 years. She currently acts as the football manager captain, where she has assisted for 4 years. After graduation, Regiana hopes to attend McNeese State University, majoring in nursing with a minor in social work. Her career plans are to be a travel nurse, specializing in labor and delivery. Miss Regiana Rosera Clark. Haley Elise Guidry is the daughter of Brock and Alexis Guidry. Tonight, she is being escorted by her parents. Haley has displayed her pride for her alma mater by being part of the RHS tier team for 4 years, where she currently serves as captain. Haley has been a member of both the Interact and Beta Club for 3 years. She currently serves as the Beta Club's reporter. Haley's dedication to her studies is evident by her maintaining honors coursework for the past 4 years. She is also being proactive for her future by pursuing dual enrollment coursework. Haley's plans after high school include attending LSU at Eunice to major in psychology. She aspires to pursue a career as a patient advocacy specialist. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Haley Elise Guidry. Avery Elizabeth McNabb is the daughter of Ben and Tanya McNabb. Tonight she is being escorted by her parents. Avery has been a part of the honors program at Rain High for 4 years, where she has maintained a 4.0 GPA. Avery is also pursuing dual enrollment courses and is currently training to become a certified EMT. Avery has been a member of the Lady Wolves volleyball team for 4 years. She was honored as second team All-District Libero her junior year. Avery also participated on the RHS softball team and beach volleyball for 1 year. Avery has been an active member of HOSA and the Interact Club for 4 years. She placed first in the emergency medical competition at the HOSA State Leadership Convention and first place in Science Fair her freshman year. Avery has also been a member of the RHS Beta Club for 3 years. Avery's future plans include attending LSU at Eunice to major in nursing. Miss Avery Elizabeth McNabb. Allie Elizabeth Meir is the daughter of Cody Meir and Randy and Jamie Mesh. Tonight she is being escorted by her stepfather, Randy Mesh. Allie's commitment to her academics is evident by her 4.0 GPA and maintaining honors level coursework during her time at RHS. Allie is also pursuing dual enrollment coursework and her EMT certification. She has been a member of HOSA for 4 years, earning first place in the Emergency Medical Responders category at the state competition. She currently serves as HOSA's Vice President. Allie has been a member of the RHS Beta Club for 3 years, where she currently holds the office of President. She has also been an active participant in the Interact Club for 4 years, and is currently serving as the Library Club Secretary. During her involvement in both the Beta and Interact Club, she has served the community of Rain in various service projects. Allie has been a team member of the Lady Wolves softball team for 3 years, and has also served as a manager for the RHS volleyball team for 3 years. Allie's future plans are to attend UL Lafayette to pursue a bachelor's degree in nursing. She then plans to further her education and obtain a master's degree to become a nurse practitioner, specializing in women's health. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Allie Elizabeth Meir. Cyan Michelle Mitchell is the daughter of Crystal and Lawrence Mitchell. Tonight she is being escorted by her parents. During her time at Rain High, Cyan was a member of the Rain High volleyball team for 3 years, earning first and second team All-District. She also participated in beach volleyball and served as the Lady Wolves basketball manager for 1 year. Cyan has been a member of both the Beta and HOSA clubs for 3 years. She was also the RHS MLK ambassador her freshman year. Cyan's future plans include earning a scholarship for volleyball while pursuing a degree in nursing in hopes to have a career in pediatrics. Ms. Cyan Michelle Mitchell. Sailari Makai Mouton is the daughter of Bianca Mouton and Latoya Rito. Tonight she is being escorted by her parents. Saylor has been a member of the Rain High softball team for 4 years, being awarded first team all-district utility for 2 years, along with first team all-district first base. She was also recognized as all-academic parish for the 2025 season. Saylor participates in the powerlifting program at RHS, placing second in the regional and fourth in the state meets. She has also competed in track and field, placing in both the district and regional meets for the 2024-2025 season. Saylor has served as both a player and a manager for the basketball team for 4 years. Saylor has been a member of various clubs and organizations on campus, including Beta, HOSA, Student Council, and Interact Club. Saylor served as class president for 2 years, Beta vice president, and HOSA parliamentarian for 1 year. After graduation, Saylor hopes to play collegiate softball while attending an HBCU of her choice, where she will study pre-med with a concentration in psychoanalytical studies. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Saylor Irene Mackay Mouton. Sage Mackenzie Reed is the daughter of Charles and Nicole Easterling. Tonight she is being escorted by her parents. Sage has displayed academic excellence by being part of the Rain High School Honors Program for 4 years, maintaining a 3.9 GPA. She is currently pursuing dual enrollment courses through LSU at Eunice. Sage has been actively involved in the Interact Club for 4 years, serving as vice president her junior year and treasurer this year. She has also been a part of the RHS Beta Club for 3 years, placing third at the state convention for the Service Learning Showcase. She has also been a member of HOSA for 2 years, where she is currently serving as the vice president and is pursuing her EMT certification. After graduation, Sage plans to attend a post-secondary institution to pursue a degree in pediatric occupational therapy. Ms. Sage Mackenzie Reed. Lily Evelyn Richard is the daughter of Brad Richard and Tavia Mesh. Tonight she is being escorted by her father. Lily was part of the Lady Wolves volleyball team for 2 years. She has also been in various clubs at RHS, including the RHS Beta Club for 2 years. Lily has participated in the Interact Club, FFA, and HOSA for 3 years. She has also been a part of the Rain High Honors Program for 4 years, maintaining a 3.9 GPA. She is currently pursuing dual enrollment coursework and her EMT certification. Lily's future plans include attending UL at Lafayette, then transferring to UL Monroe to complete a degree in pharmacy. Ladies and gentlemen, Lily Evelyn Richard. Tanaya Lachelle Spurlock is the daughter of Natalie Cole. Tonight she is being escorted by her mother. Tanaya has been an RHS cheerleader for 3 years and is currently serving as co-captain. She has also been a member of the powerlifting team for 3 years. Tanaya has been involved with the Interact Club at Rain High for 4 years and HOSA for 2 years. After graduation, Tanaya plans to attend Nicholls State University, where she will pursue a degree in radiology. Tanaya Lachelle Spurlock. Our 2025 Rain High School Homecoming Court. Here to crown tonight's queen is the 2024 Homecoming Queen, Miss Riley Duke. Riley is the daughter of Zach Duke and Brittany Young. Riley is being escorted this evening by Rain High School Principal, Mr. Benny Fontenot, and Student Council President, Ethan Semino. Mr. Fontenot, would you please do the honors? Our 2025 Wayne High School homecoming queen, Miss Taylor Irene Makai Newton. Congratulations to all of our court members for their many accomplishments and for representing our school so well. Thank you to our esteemed alumni, parents, family, and fans for all your continuous support. This concludes our halftime presentation. Go Wolves!
At Guillory Chiropractic, we offer a variety of services to help you feel your best. From chiropractic adjustments for back pain relief to prenatal care during pregnancy, our team is dedicated to providing personalized treatment plans. We also specialize in sports injury rehabilitation and can assist with post-accident recovery. Whether it's routine checkups or specialized care, Guillory Chiropractic has the expertise and compassion you need to achieve optimal health. Contact us today to schedule an appointment at our Lafayette or Church Point locations.
You can start a rewarding career as an emergency medical technician sooner than you think. The National EMS Academy, a division of Acadian Ambulance, can train you in just 12 weeks at their campuses in Alexandria, Baton Rouge, Covington, Lafayette, Lake Charles, New Orleans, and Thibodaux. Students who complete the class and pass the National Registry exam are eligible to work for Acadian Ambulance. Classes start soon. Learn more at becomeamedic.com.
For over 40 years, Tim's Southern Air of Acadiana has kept homes cool, safe, and running strong, day or night. From expert air conditioning services to dependable whole home generators, our certified team is always ready when you need us most. We're not just technicians, we're neighbors who care. Southern Air of Acadiana, let us bear it. Call 337-339-9661 or visit timsac.com.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view. And gear up in our pro shop, ready to elevate your golfing experience? Tee off at Links on the Bayou today. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Lala Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define.
Right here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL as we get set for start of the third quarter. Rebels will receive the football. Rebels are in their away white jerseys, navy pants trimmed in red and white, jerseys trimmed in red and blue, and their navy helmets trimmed in red and white. And Scott, the Rain Wolves in those almost LSU-looking purple and golds, purple jerseys, gold pants trimmed in white, gold helmets trimmed in purple and white. It's a nice night here on Homecoming. Congratulations to the Homecoming Queen, who, if you were watching on 446 Sports, you got a chance to see all of that happen during halftime. Just a great event here tonight. Great crowd here tonight for the Rain Wolves. Great crowd for the Teurlings Rebels across the field as well.
Yeah, it's been, except for the score for Rain, it's been a nice little evening for them to get together. Good to have our great partners with 446 able to show that to you guys. And look, this is why this marriage, is perfect. I think so. Jimbo Hebert. So Jimbo was a year ahead of me, graduating in 77 at Teurlings. If you talk about all-around great athletes at Teurlings, Jimbo Hebert would get my vote for, great hurdler, great basketball player, great football player. Jimbo sent us a note, nothing better than watching TCH football at the camp and listening to Scott and Kavan. Amazing technology. Jimbo Hebert, of course, Jet Hebert's older brother, JT Hebert's uncle, so it all works together, and I drank a lot of homemade root beer at the Hebert house on Mall Street.
All right, so here we go. Wolves are back on the home sideline. Teurlings Rebels getting ready to make their way out onto the field. It appears as if the Rebels will move north to south. That's left to right here at Rain High School. The Wolves will move south to north. That is right to left across your radio, Android, or iPhone application.
For Rain, they've got to find something to hang their hat on. Try to keep Teurlings off balance. They've got to try some things because you've got all these people showing up. You want to give them some good thought, saying that, hey, wait till next year on these guys, or saw some potential. It's a team that they've lost a couple close games. They put a lot of points on, that next tier in our district. They need to try to get something going.
Interesting dynamic as we settle in, getting ready for kickoff here in the third quarter. Rebels with a 43-0 lead. If you didn't catch it when we talked about it at the end of the first half, once you have a 42-point lead over a team in high school football in Louisiana, it becomes a running clock, which means,
well, it's a running clock, which means everything will be sped up the whole time. And Mikey said he likes the running clock concept. Clears up the running up the score possibilities, clears up potential injuries, because guys will get chippy. This will minimize chippiness time, right?
Teurlings Rebels have the hands team on the field, Scott, as they anticipate the onside kick from the Rain Wolves here in the third quarter. Viator stands at the 30 to receive the kick. He is the lone deep man, and now the Rebels will back off to a little bit more traditional look to return the kick. So now it is Viator, and it appears it is Mesh on the far side. That ball is kicked, and it's taken in at the 40 by the Rebels. That is Quinn Seymour, who then goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's going to set up a Chick-fil-A first down and 10 right there.
Again, really good field position. Rain Wolf down. That looks crampage.
Yeah, Scott, it is the same young man who appeared to have cramps earlier. That looks like it's Dallas Bercier.
Now, he got up without the trainer, but is he going back out there?
Yes, he is. As I mentioned, a lot of the young men on the field for Rain are playing Ironman football. They're playing both ways. Bercier actually was at a running back spot when he got his first cramp. Now he's playing on the defense.
We've seen that a couple times with, Opelousas had a bunch of guys playing both ways. Westgate did. The Rebels have that luxury where, they don't on occasion. We'll see Perry on defense. We'll see Nick on defense, but not that often.
Scott, new quarterback in for the Teurlings Rebels, and it looks like it's Calandra who's in at quarterback. He hands off to Mesh, who's going to make it inside the 45-yard line of the Rain Wolves. That's going to be 11 yards on the carry and a Chick-fil-A first down and 10. Looks like we've seen the last of Alex Munoz here tonight.
Well, the Rebel quarterback, Will Fontenot and Calandra, those are the guys. Calandra's the junior. Fontenot is the sophomore, and they each bring something to the table because I've asked about what's that next year, what's life after Munoz look like, and says they've got two really good ones. Each have a different skill set, much like Munoz and Price did.
Calandra sets his offensive line. He's got two wide receivers to the left side. Hands off again to Mesh. No, now rolls, throws. He's got Benoit at the 40. Benoit to the 35 to the 30. Benoit into a couple of tacklers. He'll be taken down at about the 25-yard line. That's another Chick-fil-A first down and 10 for the Rebels.
And I like this. Let Calandra get some time in with the main team. Drake Perry's still out there. Celestine's out there. Stout's been out there.
And check that. That was Cantrell on the reception.
And we all know about his brother, who's done so well AAA baseball for the Cubs system this year.
Calandra sets his offensive line. The two receivers are now to his right on the first down and 10 at the 25-yard line of range. Drops the snap, throws, and it goes through the hands of his intended receiver. That was Stout. That ball was just a little bit high. Thrown on very quickly because of the dropped snap.
Well, that just seems to be an issue no matter who's back there.
Well, and that was not a snap issue. That snap hit him right where it needed to hit him.
But Alex had one just like that, hitting him in the midsection. Even with that, Stout should have caught that ball.
Lone wide receiver is set up to the near side as the Rebels are changing the play at the line of scrimmage. We're already
Ranger all the way to the right for the Rebels.
9 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Second down and 10 at the 25-yard line of the Rain Wolves for the Rebels on their opening possession of the third. Man comes in motion. Calandra just gives the little bump pass. That is to Stout. Cuts inside of a man. Nice move. Then to the 20 to the 15. He's got it clear all the way to the end zone. It's a touchdown. Teurlings Rebels. A 25-yard bump pass for the Teurlings Rebels in another Cafe Sydney May 6. So we have an injured player on the field on the touchdown run. We are going to go ahead and take the timeout before the PAT. As always, we ask that if there's an injured player on the field, regardless of the team, you say a prayer at home because these young men's lives go on after this game is over. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports. Teurlings Rebels get the 25-yard touchdown pass. I think it was technically a touchdown pass, Scott, because it was a bump pass forward. So a 25-yard touchdown pass from Calandra to Stout. And now the PAT attempt. This one by the new kicker, which is Alex LeBuff.
LeBuff 3 for 3 last week.
Kick is up. Hold is good. So is the kick. And the Teurlings Rebels now lead it 50-0. 8:33 remaining here in the third quarter on Teurlings Rebels Radio and streaming on 446 Sports. We'll be right back.
Equitable Advisors Financial Consulting.
LeBuff now handling the kicking duties for the Teurlings Rebels alongside Scott Brazda. Tyler Darbone back in the studio. Ike Brunet getting highlights on the sidelines. I'm Kevon Bordelon. LeBuff pops this one into the air. It'll be taken in at the 10-yard line. To the 15 is the return man. To the 20, and he's got a little room around the edge. To the 30, to the 35. Finally tackled at the 41-yard line. The Teurlings Rebels get a nice play from number 84, who's not on the roster.
I'll check another one.
Thank you, Mr. Brazda. But very nice return for the Rain Wolves by Ashton Bro.
Kylan Butler.
There we go, Kylan Butler. Great play by Butler. I guess we could say the Butler did it on that one. That was just bad. I'm sorry.
But it you know.
Yeah, it had to happen.
It's there.
Congratulations to Butler, though, on the tackle. A very nice open field tackle as Rain will start at their own 42-yard line.
You know, it's kind of like some situations you go, I couldn't not look.
Yeah.
You couldn't not say that.
Handoff trying to go around the right side. And, Scott, we're seeing lots of new jerseys as that was a new quarterback out there for Rain. That was Austin Goins, the freshman quarterback who handled the duties there.
And we'll work on it for the Rebels. I'll pick out a couple every chance I get. Carson LeBlanc, number 38, the junior DB. Christian Moe, the senior outside linebacker, number 48.
Scott, we had now seen wholesale change from both teams, apparently, with regards to who's playing here tonight.
Ranson Couvillon, senior defensive lineman for the Rebels. He's anchoring the right end to right defensive end spot.
So Goins calls for the football. Runs to his left, straight quarterback run. Heavy pursuit by the Rebels. He slips at his own 40-yard line, then taken down by a Teurlings Rebel. That was Seth Young who got him right at the 40 and be credited with the tackle, set up 3rd down and long.
You know, we've seen Seth a few times this year, and he's done some nice things. We'll get to see Seth a couple more years as well.
So officially no gain on either of the plays. 3rd down and 10 now for the Rain Wolves at their own 42-yard line. Rebels up by 50.
After we recorded our interview this morning, Mikey and I continued our talk about running up the score, or perceived running up the score. And the discussion he has with the offensive coordinator is, all right, do we run our offense or do we run the ball? Two different things.
Very interesting concept and great thought process. Goins calls for the football. He's going to throw to his right. He's got a man, makes the catch, and wow. And Scott, that is a penalty. That hit looked clean as day because it was to the midsection, and it was timed right as the ball got there. It was a tremendous play by Granger.
I didn't think that was a target or anything, or...
Yeah, Scott, I have a hard time with that call. That looked like it was a clean hit. And, you know, the officials are trying to protect players on the field, and it was an absolutely monster hit. But it looked clean as day. I don't know what you expect him to do.
There was body to body. It was chest to back. And nobody put their head down trying to do your stereotypical targeting.
Look, I think everybody up here in the press box kind of has a question about that call, but regardless, it'll move the chains for the Rain Wolves into Teurlings Rebels territory at the Rebel 43-yard line, give them a fresh set of downs. So Goins again in the backfield, this time all alone. He's just going to try straight run to the right side. He'll be hit basically right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a short gain, set up 2nd down and about 9.
Well, Granger in on that tackle, so he wasn't letting anything faze him. Also, Jackson Owen, the senior kicker/punter.
So 2nd down and long, and Scott, this might be the deepest penetration into Rebel territory that we've seen from the Rain Wolves all night at the Rebel 42-yard line. Clock continues to roll. We're already under 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Goins has a running back to his left, 2 wide receivers to the left side of the field as well. Now Goins is just going to try to run it around the left side, picks his way through the offensive line. He'll get to about the 40-yard line, which will make it, 3rd down and call it a very long 6, maybe 7.
You know, I watch even this next tier of Rebels continue to tackle as a group. And you know, we've seen it for years, you know, whether it's been through, you know, in our time at Sonny or Dane and now Mikey, it just, they continue to drive home the point that it's rare that we're going to have that one big 6'8" guy on defense. So how do you make up for it? By having 3 guys, 5 guys play collectively like that one big 6'8" guy.
As you talked about in the Coca-Cola pregame show, I wonder how many assists we'll have here tonight on tackles.
Yeah.
Goins on 3rd down and long. Fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, it's incomplete. Hit the receiver in the hands, not able to come up with it. Would have been right at the sticks. Makes it 4th down and long for the Rain Wolves. And Goins comes to the sidelines, has a conversation. We'll see if they decide to go for it here.
A little bit behind the receiver, but in his hands. He turned back for it. I mean, squared up for it.
And Scott, you love to see this as the backup quarterback. I mean, Goins is listed as a freshman.
Doing a nice job.
And doing a nice job running the football. That throw, not terrible for a first-year high schooler. And he's got a nice frame.
And he seemed to be multi-tiered. He seemed to do a couple things.
Rolls to his left on 4th down, and it's almost intercepted, Scott. It went through the hands. It looked like that was Seth Young. Or check that. That was 48, not 46. Christian Moe, the senior outside linebacker.
And then hit his receiver.
Yep. But if Moe would have held on to it, it was probably 6 on that out, because Moe would have taken it all the way down the sidelines. But that's a turnover on downs, which means the Rebels will send that offense back out onto the field at their own 40-yard line for a Chick-fil-A 1st down and 10.
Let's see who we get out there on offense. Kagan Boone back out there. All right, Kagan.
New quarterback is Will Fontenot, Scott. So the Rebels starting to see that differential in the quarterbacks of the future.
You know, we'll have a big battle in the spring.
Handoff, straight ahead run is going to pick up a couple of yards. Nice run for the Teurlings Rebels. We'll see if we can get a number. A little difficult to spot from here. Looks to be number 29, who we don't have on this roster, might have on yours.
Hold on, got another one. Lacob Willis, freshman running back.
So Willis picked up 4, make it 2nd down and 6.
He's not a bad-sized kid.
Now we get a timeout called. We're going to take the timeout with 1:21 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Rebels lead at 50-0 over the Wolves of Rain High, right here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
Here's your Beal and Hebert starting lineup.
Lance Beal, Teurlings Catholic.
Kenny Hebert, Catholic High.
Stephen Williams, STM.
Don Connett, USL.
Alan Haney, Catholic High.
Gabrielle Romero, Sacred Heart.
Beal and Hebert, Acadiana's hometown lawyers.
For the Teurlings Rebels as we're getting ready to close out the 3rd quarter. Rebels leading 50-0 here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports. Fontenot, handoff Willis, left side Willis around the end. He's across the 50 inside the 45 and picks up the Chick-fil-A 1st down and 10. Clock will not stop as we are on running time.
And you know, I don't care whether you're playing against tired veterans who are down 50-0 or, you know, the 2nd string for Rain. You're in a varsity football game. That's a nice run for a freshman running back.
Remember, 446 Sports is brought to you by the Lele Group. Visit AcadianaIsHome.com.
And, you know, someone like Willis is also auditioning because next year it's Spencer Mesh and who else? Stewart? I don't know.
So here we go, 1st down and 10. Fontenot now in for the drive at quarterback. A little bump pass to the near side. It's inside the 40-yard line, inside the 35. Thrown out of bounds is Riley Dupuy, the junior running back. Or junior wide receiver, rather.
And he did a good job on the end around, and then he kind of paused and waited for the defense to settle and figured out which spot he was going to go full bore.
Again, Rebels picking up yardage in chunks, and that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Rebels holding on to a 50-0 lead here over the Rain Wolves. A Rochetto's Road game alongside Scott Brasda. Tyler Darbone back in the studio. Ike Brunet down on the sidelines getting highlights. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports. Chick-fil-A 1st down and 10 to start the 4th quarter. Fontenot hands off Willis. Willis makes a man miss on the right side. Now he's inside the 25, still on his feet as he approaches the 20. And Scott, for a freshman running back, the man's got moves.
He's picked up 12 and took a hit, bounced right back up.
Knocking on the door of the Hub City Ford red zone, it appears the Rebels will be right there at the 20-yard line with a Chick-fil-A first down. Same formation. Willis in the pistol behind Fontenot. Handoff Willis. Willis straight ahead. Willis inside the 15, still on his feet to the 10. And Scott, he's picking up 10 yards a carry here for the freshman.
I'll give you a full report when I call Mason tomorrow.
I was about to say, because we have not yet heard this name.
No.
And he's nifty, he's elusive, he's hard to tackle, he's a small target.
Yeah.
But he's yet powerful at the same time.
Strong. Cobe Willis. L-A-apostrophe-C-O-B-E Willis.
So a first down and goal at the 10-yard line for the Teurlings Rebels. Willis now moves to the shotgun next to Fontenot. Man comes in motion near side. Bump pass trying to get around the right side. Little bit of room. He's inside the 5. Touchdown, Teurlings Rebels. That is Parker Thomas, the sophomore wide receiver, who gets a Cafe Sydney May 6 from the 10-yard line. A TD reception.
And a statistic, a scoring statistic in a varsity football game.
That will send LaBeouf out to attempt the extra point for the Teurlings Rebels. Snap, hold, kick, good. Rebels 57-0 with 10 minutes remaining in the ball game. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
For over 40 years, Tim's Southern Air of Acadiana has kept homes cool, safe, and running strong, day or night. From expert air conditioning services to dependable whole home generators, our certified team is always ready when you need us most. We're not just technicians, we're neighbors who care. Southern Air of Acadiana. Let us bear it. Call 337-339-9661 or visit timsac.com.
Rebel kicking team being sent out onto the field at the 40-yard line. As Mr. Brazda noted, the Teurlings Rebels offense has been, I would say the word is efficient this evening.
Every possession, a score.
57-0, the Rebels lead it. And for those who say, well, wait a minute, 7 times would be 56.
Well, we had the 2-point
Correct.
conversion.
So the Rebels had 8 offensive possessions.
We got 14 and 15.
Correct.
But Logan Boudreaux, our kicker, scored.
Correct. So Scott, yet another kicker out for the Teurlings Rebels. This is Watkins who kicks off. This will hit at the 5-10, bounce into the end zone, and it was deemed an automatic touchback because it rolled into the end zone, but I thought if it was touched before it was a live ball.
But
does not matter.
Good for rain.
Correct.
And that's a teachable moment. You got to look at that with these young guys because they're going to return the kicks every week soon.
And Scott, that was Peter, the senior running back, on the return. So the Wolves will start at their own 20-yard line. Again, a host of new jerseys out there for the Teurlings Rebels. Same jerseys we saw last series.
Yeah, Rain's got a couple good-sized kids like Trohan, the tight end, but just not enough of them.
Goins hands off as the running back tries to get the right side on the carry for the Rain Wolves. Number not listed here on the roster, but no gain. Matter of fact, loss of 1 on the carry.
First, I thought he just slipped, but then I saw Carson LeBlanc, number 38, get up, and he had his hands around his ankle. So, good tackle, Carson.
So, second down and 11 for the Rain Wolves. As Mr. Brazda, at this point, I'm pretty sure you can start looking towards next week for the Rebels and homecoming. How do you maintain focus after a game like this?
Well, it's homecoming, so that's one thing. They won't lose track of the fact that they've got a lot of fans there. But, the game in and of itself, it's a trap game just like this one. And so you got to find ways to keep them motivated. But, in all the time, I've rarely seen a Rebel team really get trapped by a trap game. I've seen us play some messy games against Opelousas when they weren't very good.
Notre Dame, a few years.
Northside a couple times where we'd win like 49-30. But I can't see where Micah will have any trouble. If they didn't have trouble, if they were able to get up for this game, and they've been practically flawless except for some bad snaps, I'm sure they'll take care of it.
On second down, Goins threw a short pass to the far side, picked up 1 yard. Now on third and long, Goins is just going to run straight into the line of scrimmage. He might have picked up a yard, but it's going to force 4th down and 9 at best, as the Rebel defense has forced another punt here by the Rain Wolves.
I tell you, though, I like Goins as a quarterback. He offers a lot of neat things. Throws well on the run. He's had a couple passes dropped.
So that means we're going to get Lon Paul Moody out to punt the ball. And yet another new Teurlings Rebel back deep to receive this kick. Is that Luke Hebert, number 42, who stands at the Rain 45-yard line. Snap is back. Good. The kick bounces off the turf at the 45, takes a Wolves bounce across the Rebel 40, inside the 35, and it's down at the 32. Scott, that's a beauty with the roll, as it's now going to set up Rebel Chick-fil-A first down and 10 at their own 32-yard line. We'll take a quick break here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Lala Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
Calandra checks back in at quarterback for the Teurlings Rebels. A low snap, but a quick throw to the far side is caught and across the 40-yard line. Yeah, is Caden Boone. Nice catch and nice run.
So I want to make a comment. So we had Luke Hebert back there returning the punt. Yet another thing I love about Mikey Cordwell and his staff. Punt returns became a bit of an adventure with EDB back there. But the Rebels didn't bail on EDB. He's still a part of that running back core. Some programs would have buried the guy because he had multiple fumbles. But, all right, this part just isn't working out for you. Take a break.
Calandra throws to the far side. It's caught. It's hauled in to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Teurlings Rebels. That's Oliver Perry, the junior. Was that 37, Scott? Did I see that correctly? Because it's got him listed as an outside linebacker. Check that. That is 83, I believe. Roman Poche, the junior. Yes, that is Poche on the touchdown, as we were just kind of waxing poetic caught a beautiful pass from Calandra and then just broke it all and broke it off.
I'm getting philosophical, and the Rebels decided to keep playing football.
LaBeouf set to kick the extra point. It'll be a delay of game against the Rebels. That'll back them up 5 yards as we're under 5 minutes remaining in the ball game. See if we can effort some scores from around the area as well. So a third quarter score, still Westgate 15-0 over St. Martinville. Waiting on the snap. Hold is down. Kick is up. Plenty of leg from LaBeouf, and it's good. Teurlings Rebels go up 64-0, under 4 minutes remaining. We'll take a quick break here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together.
Rebels have reached their highest point total of the season so far, 64-0 over the Wolves of Rain High, and the Rebels doing their best and succeeding to play homecoming spoiler here tonight.
Boy, is there another word besides spoiler?
I'm not necessarily sure.
The rudest guest you've ever invited.
Cecilia Bulldogs.
Used to have a skit with John Belushi, the thing that wouldn't leave.
Yes.
A horrible guest. Sorry, Cecilia.
No worries. Kickoff is taken in at the 15 to the 20-yard line, around the end, some space to the 30, to the 40. We got a flag on the play. This one might be coming back. There might be another flag with an egregious block in the back right at the tackle where it was made, but with the flag is at the 30-yard line. So we'll see if this one comes back. It is in the area of either a block in the back or a hold.
Yeah, the flags are like 40 yards apart.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. How is that a dead ball? The play was still going on when he threw the flag. I think the official may have missignaled, because if it's a dead ball, they take it from the end of the play.
They missignal. I like that.
And they are marking this off from the 32, so they're bringing this back.
If we say officials missignal, we don't sound like we're griping and whining as much. That's good. I like that.
Well, the hand in the air is dead ball.
No, but you see where I'm coming from?
I absolutely do.
Up, another missignal by the officials. That makes us...
Ball comes back to the 17-yard line, which is where the Wolves will set up shop.
We're a couple philosophy majors during a football game.
St. Thomas More 35-0 over Northside as this ball is handed off around the right side. Is going to be hit and dropped. Scott, again, 1, 2, 3 hits on the tackle.
Duffy, the junior linebacker for the Rebels, and Carson LeBlanc again.
Gain of
juniors.
Gain of 1 on the play sets up 2nd down and 9 for Rain. Game clock now at 1:30 remaining.
I love the discipline even by these young guys because they stand, they look over at the sideline, they get the call from Bart Vitt and company, they come back. It's very regimented no matter what level, what grade you're in. That's a program.
The discipline level seems to be just a little bit different with this group of Rebel players.
Yeah.
Goins back at quarterback, calls of the football on 2nd down and long. Hands off as they try to get to the right side of the offensive line, checked at the left, and he's tackled immediately behind the line of scrimmage. Well played by the right defensive end.
Trying to get that number.
Is that 88? I believe
50,
it is.
50. Cubio.
So 3rd down and 11.
This could be our last
I was
play.
about to say, this very well may be the last play of this ball game as there are 33 seconds on the game clock and the play clocks are not running at 25. Scott, that may have been the last play as play clocks are not even being reset.
They're going to try to get in one more.
Wolves approach the line of scrimmage. Goins still at quarterback. 2 wide receivers to his left. Low snap. Now he's just going to run around the right side. Try and get there. Hit and met in the backfield. Breaks the first tackle. Can't get away from the second. He's going to be sacked. And that ball is going to be down at the 14-yard line. And that is going to do it for the ball game. Teurlings Rebels. 64-0 over the Wolves of Rain High. They'll shake hands. We will call it a ball game. Come back with the postgame show here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
At Guillory Chiropractic, we offer a variety of services to help you feel your best. From chiropractic adjustments for back pain relief to prenatal care during pregnancy, our team is dedicated to providing personalized treatment plans. We also specialize in sports injury rehabilitation and can assist with post-accident recovery. Whether it's routine checkups or specialized care, Guillory Chiropractic has the expertise and compassion you need to achieve optimal health. Contact us today to schedule an appointment at our Lafayette or Church Point locations.
You can start a rewarding career as an emergency medical technician sooner than you think. The National EMS Academy, a division of Acadian Ambulance, can train you in just 12 weeks at their campuses in Alexandria, Baton Rouge, Covington, Lafayette, Lake Charles, New Orleans, and Thibodaux. Students who complete the class and pass the National Registry exam are eligible to work for Acadian Ambulance. Classes start soon. Learn more at becomeamedic.com.
For over 40 years, Tim's Southern Air of Acadiana has kept homes cool, safe, and running strong, day or night. From expert air conditioning services to dependable whole...
Time for the Tsunami Sushi Postgame Show. Teurlings Catholic High School football wraps up with Scott and Kickoff.
Teurlings Rebels win 64-0 alongside Scott Brasda. Tyler Darbone back in the studio. Ike Brunet on the sidelines, who had his work cut out for him. He's getting highlights for our Facebook page.
I hope Ike had a big enough memory card because he was busy.
Scott, Mr. Brasda, please walk us through the scoring here tonight as the Rebels did not punt and scored on every possession, I believe, including when the backups came in.
Come on, you look a little tired. This is good nap time. So catch up. First quarter, 8:32 to go. If the Rebels get a 4 and out on rain, Munoz takes it in from 3 yards out. That made it 7-0. 5:23 to go. 3 minutes later, after the onside kick successful for the Rebels, Munoz from 2 yards out. He pitched it off to Logan Boudreaux, the kicker, for the 2-point conversion. Rebels led 15-0. Less than 2 minutes later, it's Munoz from 19 yards out. That made it 22-0. 3 possessions, 3 running touchdowns for Alex Munoz. That's how the first quarter ended. 22-zip Rebels. 9:35 to go in the second. It's EDB from 15 yards out, off to the left side, and then further off to the left, 15-yard run. That made it 29-0. Again, 9:35 to go in the second. 4 minutes later, Munoz to the air to Seymour, 23 yards out. Rebels led 36-0. 56 seconds to go, end of the second quarter. Rebels. Mesh takes it in from a yard out. Rebels led 43-0. We go to the third. Calandra with a little bump pass to Stout. It became little no more, 29 yards for Stout. That made it 50-0 at the end of the third quarter. Fourth quarter, the Rebels continue to run their offense, and they should, even with the backups. Parker Thomas, the 10-yard run, that made it 57-0. And then with 3:52 to go, and Kavan, maybe you remember, Calandra threw that long TD pass. It was a short pass, but it went a long way. Calandra, the TD pass, and the Rebels went up 64-0, and that's your final. Did you ever get a ruling on who scored that TD?
I believe it was Roman Poche, the junior wide receiver, number 83, who was the receiver who took that one all the way to the house. Scott, it has been an absolutely kind of amazing night here tonight. I think the Rebels were confident coming in. I think the Rebel faithful were confident. I don't think anybody thought that what happened here tonight was what was going to happen.
Yeah, Mikey seemed confident too. You know, we do what we do. We can take care of business. I don't think anybody thought taking care of business was 64-0, but Rebels do it just in style. I keep going through my notes looking for the word punt, and anytime I see punt, it's just associated with rain.
So one thing I do want to call out, it's a really nice tradition to see that Coach Guidry is building here. Even after a homecoming loss, all the players here, alma mater, not just players, cheerleaders, they all congregate in front of the band and the parents. Coach Guidry trying to build something here in a district for him that is relatively difficult, considering just the geography of the district, where the district is, who's in the district.
And it's been a while since rain has been a force. When they were in our district, 5 or 6 years ago, they had those 2 running backs.
Correct. Couple of running backs who were just
good,
absolutely dangerous.
And they gave us fits. I think Dane had to do an onside kick to try to double up on them, which worked for us because they kept scoring. We just had to keep scoring. And trying to do that again. And you start with family, you start with relationships, you start with support.
We will come back here on the Postgame Show on News Talk 96.5 KPEL, streaming on 446 Sports. When we do, we'll update some scores from around the area. And Scott Brasda and I will talk about next week as the Rebels go home and have homecoming, getting ready to face North Vermilion. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio.
At Guillory Chiropractic, We offer a variety of services to help you feel your best. From chiropractic adjustments for back pain relief to prenatal care during pregnancy, our team is dedicated to providing personalized treatment plans. We also specialize in sports injury rehabilitation and can assist with post-accident recovery. Whether it's routine checkups or specialized care, Guillory Chiropractic has the expertise and compassion you need to achieve optimal health. Contact us today to schedule an appointment at our Lafayette or Church Point locations.
You can start a rewarding career as an emergency medical technician sooner than you think. The National EMS Academy, a division of Acadian Ambulance, can train you in just 12 weeks at their campuses in Alexandria, Baton Rouge, Covington, Lafayette, Lake Charles, New Orleans, and Thibodaux. Students who complete the class and pass the National Registry exam are eligible to work for Acadian Ambulance. Classes start soon. Learn more at becomeamedic.com.
For over 40 years, Tim's Southern Air of Acadiana has kept homes cool, safe, and running strong, day or night. From expert air conditioning services to dependable whole home generators, our certified team is
Game show alongside Scott Brazda. I'm Kevon Bordelon. Tyler Darbone back in the studio. Ike Brunet has gotten highlights, and I think he's already started editing Mr. Brazda because he's always ready to jump into that. Let's get you some scores from around the area, but before we do, let's remind you that there are some things you need to be thinking about in Rebel Nation. Number one, you need to think about the Beal and Hebert Player of the Game. That will be given out Monday night at the Michael Corville Show at Pizza Village. Now, my apologies, because what we had was 7 to 8. The Michael Corville Show will be 6:30 to 7:30 Mondays at Pizza Village, streaming on 446 Sports. Also, come up with the Southern Air Acadiana cool play of the game. Be interesting to see because there were a lot of really cool plays in that game. Remember, 446 Sports streaming is brought to you by the Lala Group. Visit acadianaishome.com. So let's get those scores from around the area at this time. Let's start with St. Thomas More, I believe 35-0 at this point in the fourth quarter over Northside. Westgate 22-0 over St. Martinville. That score is in the fourth quarter. See where we have the Cecilia Bro Bridge game, if we can find that score anywhere.
I've got a couple while you look. St. Ed's over Berkman's 32-0. And interrupt as we go. Westminster Lafayette 7-0 over Vinton in the first. Back to you, Kavah.
Iota Bulldogs 14, Crowley Gents 8. That's a third quarter score.
Second quarter, LCA 6-0 over Lafayette Renaissance Charter. Wow.
Church Point Bears, we're going to make Tyler Darbone happy. 67-0 over the Pine Prairie Panthers. So, Scott, next week, homecoming for the Teurlings Rebels. What do you tell the team? How do you keep them focused? How do you keep them from maybe letting the homecoming festivities affect them a little too much?
I think with it being homecoming, Mikey will keep everybody on track. And you've got, Mikey may be a young head coach, although I think young and old head coaches would love to have teams playing the way they're playing, and he's really fine-tuned the machine. I think they'll be fine. You don't want to disappoint. Family will show up. Uncles and cousins and brothers and sisters who haven't come to your games for years and years will show up. I think the Rebels will be fine. They might even be a little more motivated because remember what happened last year for homecoming. North Vermilion was supposed to be, we were supposed to have a homecoming game against Como.
Correct. No game.
And no, against North Vermilion. But we didn't get to play because North Vermilion had a little fight, had a little tete-a-tete with Como. So they both had to forfeit their games. Well, their next games. When North Vermilion's next game was Teurlings homecoming.
Correct.
So, if you recall, what we ended up doing was holding our homecoming festivities. So we got a W, we got a forfeit.
Yep.
And we held our homecoming festivities in our final game of the year against Northside. So, they might be a little more fired up as well, but I think they'll be fine.
Be interesting to see how the Rebels come out. Obviously a almost flawless performance here tonight, and one that they will look to build upon next week. And I agree with you. I think Coach Corbel will make sure that the team does not necessarily let that slide. Instead, he's probably going to lean on them a little harder because it is homecoming week.
You know what? I think a bigger danger than playing North Vermilion for your homecoming game is the week after. Your former head coach,
correct,
and his father, the other former head coach, come back, and your former defense coordinator,
correct,
and another former assistant who went on to greatness at Cecilia. They come back to Teurlings with East Ascension, and then you've got STM. So I think looking further ahead may be your more of a potential danger.
Agreed. Any parting thoughts before we close things out here tonight?
Wow. Wow.
Teurlings Rebels win 64-0 over the Wolves of Rain High. We will be back next week, homecoming, back at Rebel Stadium. Rebels will take on North Vermilion right here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports. That's going to do it for our broadcast here tonight. For Scott Brasda, for Tyler Darbone, for Ike Brunet, I'm Kevon Bordelon, saying we'll see you in 7.